The case that Apple is presently dealing with the FBI, Tim Cook opposing the FBI's order, is going to be extremely significant, and it will work its way up to the Supreme Court in the United States. Tim Cook is basically saying, in order for us to open up this one phone, and let me be clear, it is not just one phone, as the FBI is saying. They already have 9 other phones lined up that they want opened up. And the New York DA, he has, I think, 175 cases lined up. So let there be no misunderstanding. This is not about one phone. But even if it was, it's an earlier model, and what would have to take place is Apple would have to write completely new code, which they've never done. They're calling it a backdoor because it would enable another port of entry into the device, which presently cannot be accessed in any other way. By doing so, you dramatically weaken privacy and security. And people say, well, how can that happen? It's just for one phone. The point is, once this code is written, the backdoor, the world becomes aware of it. First of all, other governments become aware of it, and China and Russia and other countries can also ask Apple to do the same thing. But perhaps even worse is hackers and criminals will want to access this code. And don't think that there are no means by which they can gain entry into Apple's facilities. Hackers are brilliant. They're very innovative and creative, but also they could potentially get to a rogue employee within Apple who, when presented with large sums of money, everyone weakens. And inside jobs are often the case with privacy infractions and data breaches. So the point is, you open the floodgates to people being able to access the communications on your iPhones. And it's not just a phone. All of one's banking information may be accessible, one's health information, medical data, personal communications. Sky's the limit as to what can be accessed through an iPhone now. So this is extremely important. Tim Cook is taking a very principled position in saying, I'm protecting the privacy and security of all of our hundreds of thousands of iPhone users. This is a huge, huge issue. And the irony is that people somehow think it's only about this one phone. This will weaken security for all communications online, because once there's this new port of entry, it will be accessed by many other players, and you can kiss privacy goodbye. And I'm certainly not willing to do that, and thank God Tim Cook isn't willing to do that. So stay tuned. This will work its way up to the Supreme Court. What they're doing is they're, trying to reach the public and saying, my God, we're trying to get the San Bernardino killers and who their contacts were. We're trying to protect you. Apple's just using this as a marketing ploy. I just think that is really underhanded, because the reality is Apple, of course, wants to use privacy to their advantage, because that is associated with their brand. Their brand is one of privacy protection. Of course they should use it to their advantage. I always say, embed privacy into your design and use it as a competitive advantage. But the point is, the FBI is using this to try to trip them up and gain public support, and the tide is changing on that. At first, I think the first survey on this had 51% of the American public favoring the FBI over Apple. That's changed. Reuters did another survey last week, and the tide is shifting. People are catching on that the FBI is using this as a ploy, an emotional ploy, and ultimately I think it will backfire to them, because as the truth gets out, then people will learn that it's not just one phone. It has much broader implications, and this will impact everyone's privacy. And so I think the truth will come out.